Hello, hello, hello. Hi, everyone. Hi, everyone. We are here. We are here. I am Ilyasa Simpson, aka Minister Charge, aka Coach Illy. We are here tonight at the men's locker room because guess what? It is Thursday. It's Thursday, y'all. And we are here to talk with the men about men things, men situation, men circumstances, everything all about men, right? So tonight we are here to talk about something so endearing. Let's talk about love tonight. We're going to talk about love. We're going to talk about relationships, and we are here to again come together because the charge room is all about healing, and you heal with love, right? We are all about identifying ourselves. We are identifying ourselves with love, how we treat ourselves and how we treat other people, and we do it all in love, right? So yes, we are talking about love tonight. So the question of the night is, what does love mean to the men? So kings are going to present their hearts tonight. They are going to express what love means to them, and they're going to also express how do they deliver their love to a woman in expectation to reciprocate love that they desire from their woman, right? So many times we may jump into a situation and we don't think about what we're doing, but it's just the feeling we get, our feelings, the vibrations, and the warmness when we get around the opposite sex. So we're going to talk about the feelings, the non-verbal feelings, the emotions, the non-verbal communication, I'm sorry, and the feelings and emotions behind it when you are in the presence of yourself, when you're in the presence of your significant other, or how about this, somebody that you desire to be with. The vibration, the energy that just leaps off of them when you're around them, and how it enters into your spirit, right? So again, love. I just want to ask everybody coming on to share this broadcast, share it again, share it. As it's funny, like today I had so many thoughts in my head to say, okay, what is love? Like, how endearing is that? And just to wonder, um, what does love mean to a man? Because everyone has their own interpretation of what love is. And a lot of times we may say, oh, I'm in love, but are we really in love? Are we? You know, and we have to sometimes stop and ask ourselves questions so we can think about it. And then put it in our spirit. So now tonight we're gonna talk about it from the man's perspective. So everyone, hold your seats because I have two kings here tonight, and I have one king tonight, a gentleman from Michigan, a true king as he is, and we also have the other gentleman coming in, um, slowly but surely. But right now, we're going to start off with King Herman. Welcome, King Herman. How are you, sir?
I am good. I am good. Queen Yasa, how are you, Coach Illy?
I'm doing pretty well. The next king we have coming up is King James. Hi, King James. How are you tonight?
Guys, I'm doing fine and
You
blessed.
good?
I'm blessed.
King
That
James,
is
my brother, how are
awesome.
you?
All right, sir. My pleasure.
We are welcoming you to the platform tonight. We
Thank
are
you.
welcoming you to the platform tonight. We are here to talk about love. So the question is, what does love mean to you as a man, and how do you deliver love to receive love from your queen in the way that you desire? So, since you are our special guest tonight, King James, and this is your first time, we want you to start this off.
Wow. First of all, I'd like to say that I think that love is probably one of the most misinterpreted emotions that we have.
Okay.
And both male and female desire it, but are not aware of the components to cultivate it.
Okay.
And like you, once I heard the topic today, a lot of descriptives were running through my head.
Mm-hmm.
Last night, well, you guys talked about reciprocation. And
Yes.
see, for me, that is one of my majors because you want what you send out, you'd like to receive it back.
Yes, sir.
And, also, I find that with that emotion, I thought about compromise. I thought about descriptors like patience, um, honesty. Honesty not only between the two of you, but self-honesty, which is so important. Because we as men get caught up on a lot of external stimulation, and then it's interpreted as desire and love. And the last thing I want to say is that one of the biggest proponents, and I think to be able to receive what it is that you want, you have to understand that when you are in a relationship, there is quote unquote an evolving process. And most men still look for that individual that they either met 5 or 10, 20 years ago. And as that person evolves and your relationship evolves, you have to evolve with it.
Yes, indeed. So, thank you so much, King James. King Herman, what does love mean to you, sir?
Yeah, I had to do it. I had to do it. I had to do it.
This is a man's world.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But it would be
Nothing.
nothing without a woman or a girl.
All right, you got to subscribe to Yasa's page for the rest. But that's just a little introduction, and what King James said is right. When you talk about love, a lot of times the first thing is you talking about is really puppy love. Oh, I saw her. Oh, she looked good. I saw her that night. But then let's say you get to that relationship, you wake up next to her, you're like, oh wait, where the lady I saw the other night? This is who you really are? Oh shucks. But love, as we look at it, to me, it's the reciprocation, it's the respect, and it's the growth. You are continually evolving and being able to date and actually agree to disagree to where, we got, whoa, stop. That's hurting my feelings. I don't really like this no more. This is where I'm at now, and just making those adjustments. When we talk about the basic man, for some, love means nothing. Like the song said in the beginning, it's a man's world, and they operate like that until they meet that one young lady, and it's just like he starts singing a different tune. You look at him like, "Yo, you all right?" Nah, man. Look, I can't do what I used to do, man. I got her, and and they ride out together. And then a lot of men, sometimes are looking at TV shows, the example that they see. So let's say, like, if I'm a young cat coming up and I see King James, and King James and his lady been together, I'm hearing numbers like, yo, 57 years or yo, 40 something. And I'm like, yo, that's what's up. That's solid. How do I get that? And then we want to take the new young ladies and say, yo, you need to go talk to his wife and find out what you need to do so you can get right. But love is one of those things that is patient, is kind, and at the end of the day, if you can find it, ooh-wee, it will hug you and give you that extra I call it, to go through anything and tackle the world.
Okay, so we have one more person we're gonna ask.
Thank you.
Father Wise, welcome, sir. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
All right, how you doing,
How
sir?
you doing? What's up? What's up? What's up, huh? How you doing, sir?
All right, my pleasure, sir.
So tonight the first question on deck is, what is love to you?
Can I pass?
No, you
No,
cannot pass.
Oh, what is love?
What is love? What is love before you became where you are right now? What is love? We're gonna go back to the Crayola box. Like, let's go. What's love?
Love. Well,
What's
love is supposed to be
to you.
right.
What do you want love
Say that
to you?
you
What do you
breaking
want?
up. I can't hear you.
What is love to you? What kind of love what does love mean to you?
I got you. No,
Okay.
love is supposed to be, to me, what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be the supreme understanding between two people. We talking about that type of romantic love, or we just talking about love in general?
Just love in general. And
Oh,
then
okay. Well, love has a whole bunch of different components that come with it, right? With love comes respect, honesty, integrity, dignity, loyalty, faithfulness, sympathy, empathy, compassion. I mean, I could go on. Like, there's a whole bunch of different. There's levels to love, right? There's levels to love. Love is, I want to say, it's more than the basic food groups. I always say to love, when you have love, or when you're in a loving relationship, the loving relationship should have 4 basic food groups. And that would be love, that would be trust, honesty, respect, and loyalty. Those are 4 basic food groups of any love relationship. Love in itself, I mean, that's everything I just described. Like, I'm not going to keep rambling on, but all those things I just described, that best describes love in my book.
So I looked up a meaning of love, and it says love means to be deeply committed and connected to someone or something. The basic meaning of love is to feel more than liking towards a person. It is a bond that 2 people share. There are a few things you need to avoid when building a new relationship, like being too demanding. So that is one relationship. One definition that they have on love. Then it's another one here. When we love someone, we experience the same positive thoughts and experiences as when we like a person, but we also experience a deep sense of care and commitment towards that person. Being in love includes all the above, but also involves feelings of sexual arousal and attraction. So that, coupled with everything, and all you kings crossed with very similar, what Father Wise said, the four basics is trust, respect, loyalty, and honesty. So most times when you speak of what comes out first, that's what means more to you. The trust, respect, loyalty, and honesty. And all of you put honesty. But all three of you put honesty first. So for you to put honesty first, that lets me know somebody lied to you. Somebody told something wrong, okay? And you felt the grunt of it. So most times, and I'm saying that because just like if there's a recipe, right? As they list the recipe, as they list the ingredients to whatever packaging is, like if they have like whatever food meal or whatever, and let's say you turn it on the back and it has the ingredients, like if you get a loaf of bread and it says ingredients, water, flour, sugar, they list it in the order from most to least. So this has more water in it, this has more flour in it, whatever that first word they use as they list it, that is what is the most of. So as I hear you spoke of honesty. That's huge. So back to compromise, back to respect, growth, um, and again, faithfulness, trust. These are the ingredients of love. Now that you spoke of the ingredients of love, how do you take those ingredients that you of what you desire love is to you and what means most to you? How do you take these ingredients and distribute them out to the person that you are in like of, to grow, because y'all use the word growth, to grow and develop into the type of relationship that you desire, right? How do you take, because we're walking through the park right now, how do you take these ingredients, right, that that mean a lot to you? You're taking them. How do you take it from you to distribute them out to the person that you like to grow and develop into something that could be reciprocated back to you? King James, you want to start first?
Yes.
Okay.
While you were speaking, I was thinking, as men too, we often want that the different ingredients that Brother Wise said that was important. But what's also important that we as men must understand, in order to get that, we also have to give that back.
Mm.
See, and that's very important. I personally think love is an earned commodity.
Okay,
I
that
think one should, in a new relationship, in an old relationship, there should be constant assessments made on whether we are still on the same page. And now I'm touching on what you ladies spoke on last night, which is communication.
yes.
And we have the stereotype as men is not to be communicators with our other part. You see, and that's so important because in a relationship, you don't want to assume for 5, 10, 15 years.
Yes.
And that's where the honesty come in. Like I say, why get on the bus going east and you know you want to go west?
That
Well,
compass.
this is not what hasn't evolved into what you want. Then just be honest with me. Let me shed my tear, and because with God, I can go on.
Yes, King Herman. Could you please add some seasoning to that pot of chicken?
All right. Well, we on the bus, depending on what bus we on, because if we young, we trying to get to that stop. That's all I'm gonna tell you. Then we don't get to that stop, we gonna transfer to the next bus. But what King James said is so true. It comes down to if you want to reciprocate it, you got to give it. And I'm old school. I'm a gentleman. So when I give it, I'm coming with it smooth, like surprise you, hit some flowers just because, and doing some things that I know you like, not just on your day, but just in general sometimes. And then and expecting it in the same. So you took me back when you said we walking in the park. So like I'm holding her hand, or I got my arm around her. You know what I'm saying? I got the bubble jacket. I'm the varsity player on the basketball team. We rock.
Father Wise, come on with your ingredients, brother. Come on. I can't hear you. You are mute.
Can you hear me now? My bad.
Yeah.
All right. No, I was just I just said all my ingredients are all vegetarian, non-meat byproducts, right? We don't do pork. We don't do no, I'm just really wow. Like, yo, you know what? I tell people all the time, like, love is not a commitment. I'm sorry. Love is not a feeling, right? Love is a commitment. It's a commitment to every day get up and sometimes love somebody who getting on your nerves at any given moment, right? So part of the ingredients that I would distribute would be some patience. Patience is tough because I used to ask my dad before he passed away, right? Him and my mom were married for 63 years before they passed away. And I used to always go to my dad, be like, yo, dad, 63 years, how you do that? And he said, boy, that's what he called me, boy. I ain't never had no name, right? He called me boy. He said, boy, let me tell you. He said, it's a lot of patience, lots and lots of patience and tolerance. And then he said, and then he goes like this, right? He says, and then he goes, you think I'll be listening to your mother? He said, please go in one ear and out the other. He said, that's how that worked. That's how I'm able to stay here for 63 years. And I said, okay. So I asked my mom the same question. And my mom said the same thing. She goes, oh boy, your father. She goes, ooh, that's a lot of patience and tolerance there. And then she goes, you think I'll be listening to that crazy man? She goes, yeah, in one ear and out the other. So I'm laughing because they know each other like for 62 years. So the main thing what I was just saying about that is patience, tolerance, um, some compromising, long as that compromising doesn't compromise your integrity or who you are as a person, right? Um, the, those the way I would distribute my ingredients. Like I heard you say they go from the greater to the lesser, but all my ingredients equal up to 100%. Like it's 25% trust, 25% honesty, 25. There is no lesser ingredient. And if there is a lesser ingredient, we don't use it. We got to cut it out because everything has to be equal. Even if I have 100 things, they all got to be 1%. Like it's all have to be equal for me. Like because everything is important to me. Because if I'm given 100% of all these ingredients, I need 100% of ingredients back. Like I'm not settling for nothing. Like this last thing, like I always say, like never ever ever again in this lifetime or the next will I ever let any woman half love me. It's just never gonna happen.
You better speak on it. You
Yeah.
better speak on it.
You already know I'm
Okay.
Yeah, very.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
We're good.
King Wise, are you available, sir?
Is he up? Hey there, Barry.
That man tired. He worked hard today.
Yeah, he ain't work hard.
How you doing, sir?
Hi, Barry.
I'm good, Queen. How you doing?
Yo, come here.
I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good.
All right, that's what's going
So
on,
with
Karen.
the
Yo, what's going on, K, man?
Sit down.
Hey, it's just one of them days.
so
I
King
see,
K.
brother.
Yeah.
I know, right? King K. The question is, what is love to you?
It's the paramount. Love is a
The
paramount.
paramount is what? Okay.
Yeah, I'm just saying that. Hearing what just Father Wise spoke on, yeah, it's 100%. Both sides. It has to be equal, because if it's unbalanced, then it's unjust. And when it's unjust, you're gonna have all types of stuff. Get out of here. Yeah. Go. Uh, you had to move your cat. I had to move my. It's just, love to me is. I mean, it's a flavor. It's a whole flavor of things that make up love. It's just the way of how one perceives it and how another perceives it. You know, the way you give it and the way you receive it. So, I mean, a four-letter word has so much power in it. It's what we pour into it, what we take out of it. So it's universal. That's one thing. Love is universal. But you can get love from almost anywhere. It's just how upon how you receive it to be genuine unto you, or if it's not genuine, you'll not. You have to make up the difference within yourself. So love to me, I mean, it's a great feeling. It's a great attribute. It's a it's a pillar to lean on when you're tired. It's a safe haven when you feel like there's nothing else you can go or run to. You can always run to that love. That love will never forsake you. It's like a mother's love for most people that know that mom's love is unconditional. No matter what you do, what you go through, you can run back home to that love, and it's just that it's pure. That's the love that's going to tell you whether you're right, wrong, and indifferent. That's the love that's never going to turn away from you when even including your darkest hour. That love is pure. You know, in relationships is going to be different because you'll never have the same exact love in a relationship that you have with your mother or your brother or your sister. It's all indifferent. it's all different. You know, again, it's how you live it. It's how you live it, how you want it, what you make of it. You know, and choose for me, I choose for love to be positive. I don't want nothing negative. You know,
I have one for y'all. What about safety?
Love is talking together.
well, again,
What
again,
about, what about safety? Because wouldn't love um have wouldn't you want to have permission to feel safe within love,
I
being
don't think
in love?
it shouldn't be a point of having permission.
Right. That's a
Something
given.
that's something that
But
should
hold
always.
on, let me tell you why I said that. Let me tell you why I said that. Because sometimes with love, right, we have to identify ourselves first. Because just like we speak of communication, you speak of being honest, and you speak of having patience, respect and loyalty and trust, right? Sometimes we as individuals cannot identify with ourselves. So if you can't identify with yourself, how can you expect to deliver the kind of love that you want to receive? It just would appear to be like mixed emotions, disorganized emotions, um, scattered emotions and feelings, all over the place. So it's like, where's the safety in that where I give myself permission to say, I want to love, I want to be loved. But if you don't know who you are within yourself, just like we was discussing earlier, love is also misplaced and misunderstood. Where if I am saying I want to be loved, if I don't love myself, how can I expect to be loved? How can you make the demands on somebody else to come love you when you don't even love yourself? Because guess what? You're not giving yourself permission to feel.
Well, then that's just what it is
If
within.
you cannot understand who you are, and you want somebody to love you, and you say, I want to you want to be in love, what you think love is, right? If you don't know, if you can't identify with yourself, can't identify with your feelings and your emotions, and be honest with yourself to express how you feel on the inside, because you are not a communicator. You can't communicate with yourself to say, I have pain. I feel broken. I feel like I'm not enough. And then because if you can express that, because at this point you are reaching for help. You want somebody to love you. How do you put a demand on someone to love you when you don't even love yourself? You're not being honest with yourself. You're not being a communicator to communicate that you are broken, or this happened to me in previous relationships and I'm heartbroken. But no, you think you're gluing it together, and you're putting all the fluff on top, and you're dressing it up, and you're putting the drip, and you're putting the bling, and you showing up with this imposter in the front, because you're not communicating your honesty in the back, and you're hiding it behind a mask. So I'm saying, why do people put expectations on someone to love them? when they don't give themselves permission to show up for themselves in love.
Well, let,
You
let
know?
me let me see this. Everything that you're saying goes back to its original source. It's the person within, who you are for yourself.
Mhm,
If you're not
mhm.
loving yourself or know how to love yourself, you cannot love somebody. Possible for you to love somebody else if you don't love yourself first in the way that that person you want to love or you want them to love you. So first of all, you have to start everything charity. They say charity starts at the home. You have to take care of your home circumference first, which is within yourself. To thy own
Mhm.
self true. You understand what I'm saying? So if when you figure out your ups, your downs, your highs, your lows within yourself, and then you're able to be safeguarded within yourself, then you can allow others to come into your life that's going to love you, and you're going to provide the same safety to them. But you have to know your own backyard before you can jump into somebody else's. Point blank. Period. You
Yes.
understand what I'm saying? I'm not going to get up there and tell somebody I love them when I'm not loving myself. I'm giving them false hope or false knowledge. You see, my wisdom is about obtaining. If I'm telling you I love you, trust and believe, I do love you because my word is my bond and my word shall not fail. You understand what I'm saying? You have to have that in you. Everything begins with person self. You understand? You got to be able to identify who you are before you can allow anybody in your circle. Okay, it's not
Come
going to work.
on here with this.
Not going to work. A man
Yes. Yes.
Love is.
here will be real about his love. This man right here, if I love you, I love you. If I like you, I like you. If I don't, I don't. That's just what it is. You know, but
All
the
right.
truth of the whole matter is you have to love self first.
First.
You
You
know,
see
Right.
that?
Totally.
Lo-
I totally
Love,
agree with that.
love is walking
Okay, Father Wise, come on with your chicken bones. Come on here.
on with my chicken bones.
Come on with your chicken bones, bro. Come on here.
come on, sis.
I don't eat chicken, but
How
uh,
about your fish bones? Come on with your
love,
fish bones.
love is walking together. No, I'm just saying this. How do you say anything? Look. I love me to death, right? I'm my biggest fan. Period. I don't care if nobody else don't love me or don't like me. I love me. And if I let you into my circle, I'm not looking for you to make me happy. I'm looking for
Mm-hmm.
you like to add on, to build on to what I got going on already. And I'm going to build on
Mm-hmm.
to your happiness, but I can't make you happy. Because if you not happy, that's a lot of things. A lot of guys get with some girls thinking they can make them happy. Like there ain't no making no.
Y'all
Check this out.
talking right now. Come
Check this
on.
out. You get a woman that's insatiable. There is no satisfying her. No matter what you do, if she is not, let me tell you something. Because most women are takers. Most women are takers. Not all. Most women are takers. And they're quick, they're quick to take, slow to give. And when you come through and you giving, and they're not giving back, red flag, red flag, right? And a lot of us ignore those red flags because she looked good,
Yeah.
because we don't want to be alone,
Yeah.
or the ass might be just real fat how we like it, or that face and that smile, all that, all that, right? Because I'm not sitting here. I've ignored a bunch of red flags in my
That's
lifetime.
called compromise, brother Wise.
There you go, right? I've ignored a whole bunch of red flags in my life. Like, I'm safe. I consider myself to be safe. Like, because I'm not gonna let nobody come in no more. It's not gonna happen no more. Yo, red flag. I smell toxic. I smell toxic. I'm out of there. Like, all I need is one red flag, one, and it might be something that we could actually talk about and get past on. But I'm not willing to take that chance. Oh, yo, I'll be 54 in May. Like I'm coming up on the third quarter. I'm coming up on the third quarter, man. It's time to like really. I really would like to have somebody who I could be with to the end game, till the game is over.
I want somebody who loves
Love
me.
Hey,
me.
hey, yo, you know, I came over here and said, love is
Yeah.
walking together.
King James, you want to add to this fried chicken pot? Come on here.
Yes, yes.
You
You
go
see,
with fried. I don't
what
eat
the
fried
gentlemen
food.
are speaking of is integrity, but not
Okay.
everyone has self-integrity.
Mm-hmm.
You see, the word says you cultivate in fertile soil.
Oh,
When you're not being honest with yourself, see, because what we carry, once a man is hurt, he carries that. He don't try to wash on it. See, I'm a firm believer. We may all fall, but it's not if you fall, it's how long you stay down.
Mhm.
You see,
Mm-hmm.
and you can't judge. You can't. I always say you can't carry garbage from your old house into your new house. Then it's gonna stink too.
Mhm.
You
Mm-hmm.
see. So I was sharing with you last night. I had to tell a friend. Just because he got a Benz and got on the $400, $500, $600 suit, don't make him successful. You need to check his innards, as they say. You see, because there are a lot of men who have material belongings, but their spirit is destroyed from, as
Yes.
you said, in the past. And see, you can't go forward until you clean up the past, and especially to
Come
have
on.
something of quality.
I call that a soul with holes in it.
Yes.
Yes. A soul with holes in it. Come on, King Herman, bring it up the rail. Bring it up the rail.
Happiness.
Love
Something
will
that
make
make
you
you do
do
wrong,
wrong,
make you do
make you
right.
do right.
Yeah.
I-
Here we go. You ready? Tap,
All right.
tap, tap.
I'm ready. We ready.
Chat.
Bum, bum,
See,
bum, bum,
what we gonna talk about here is that what Queen
bum.
Yasa put forth first. You know what I'm saying?
Going to talk about it.
Hurt people, and
Come
King
on
James, you
here.
just you just said it too. If you are getting with somebody and they're not willing to let you unpack their bags, it ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
It ain't going nowhere. And these are the red flags that as being a man, like now you upgrade. See, when you in high school, you could just be like, I'm done with you. I'm out. But then as you get older, there's other things that come into play. Oh, you might have a child with this one. Oh, gee, but this is not who I want to be with. Or she might put you into a strenuous situation to where you fighting for your life. And so when we talk about, if you don't have the self-love, but then we talk also about the lust, where people see something that look like, okay, this person can repair me, and put all their hope into that person. Then they get with them, trick them with a representative, and then it takes a while to get to that final mask. And when that happens, if you got the dude that you're supposed to be with, or you got the lady you're supposed to be with, eventually it works out and you become the talk show host and you have a book and a whole following. But if it doesn't, that's when the hurt lingers, the hurt hits. And then now, I use myself as an example. When I came out of dealing with, my baby mother, I missed this other young lady I was dealing with, how she treated me, because I was so distraught with that. And then now, as I look back over years later, I'm like, yo, she was really, wow. Oh, we gotta wake up. But loving yourself, like KY said, loving yourself and knowing you got somebody that's gonna be 100% honest. And Father Wise is right, 100%. We're not doing no half and half. I need you 100% because I'm gonna give my 100%. That's all I got to say. And back to Al Green. We're gonna go to Heavy D now.
Love is.
Well, you know,
I jump. What you say, K was?
is love is the opposite of confusion. Okay,
That's
love,
peace.
love, love, peace, and happiness.
Love, peace, and happiness, bro.
3 degrees. Those 3 elements that make up you from the head to the toe. And you're able to see someone's going to see that vibration. Someone's going to see that light. Someone's going to feel that energy within you because you're going to express it properly within yourself before you start expressing it to others. And it goes by, I mean, like I said, there's all levels of love. You got genuine love and friendship. Like I have genuine love for everybody on this panel. But I'm not going to bed with everybody on this panel because y'all ain't gonna give me what I,
Hold on.
Sure as she ain't getting none from me.
it ain't gonna happen.
You
No
sure,
butter in my biscuits over here.
yeah, you sure ain't getting nothing from me, player.
You know, loving yourself is you gotta have greater understanding. You know, whether whatever's your forte, what you follow. You know, if you got God in your heart for far as the religious aspect. Uh, God is an unjust God, it's a righteous God, it's a loving God. So therefore, to love God is to love yourself. To know yourself is to love God, to see God within you. You have to know who God is. You got to get in touch with God within yourself to have that. And the only way you can do that, you got to have that love and understanding for God, because God has all love and understanding for everyone. Allah is seen, heard everywhere, every day. You know, so it's the
Right.
duty of us to carry out that mission. You know, and when you find that one, and you never know how long it takes because it's a matter of time. You know, understanding the mind's in the eye. That's what time is. Understanding. So when you find it within yourself, there's a different glow about you. You don't walk the same. You don't talk the same. You don't even sound the same like everybody remember you because everybody's going to think about you from what they remember of your past. But when they start seeing you walk different, talk different, act different, now they're like, what's wrong? Either what's wrong with you? They ask the question, what's wrong with you? Or why don't they say, well, what's right with you? What has changed? I see something different. What is it? It's love. It's my love. So I'm good with it.
Come
And
on here.
you know what I'm saying? That's it.
You better speak. You better speak, bro.
That's it.
Come on, kid.
We don't went through a whole lot. I done been through a whole lot. I done put people through a whole lot of hell and damnation. You understand what I'm saying? And I've seen my own flaws. I've seen my mistakes. I've seen my product of craziness affect those that loved me genuinely and made a change about them that I saw the hurt. At a point in my life, I was like, I don't care. I don't care. So when I said I don't care about your feelings, what I was truly saying is I don't care enough about my own. You see, it takes a real man to stand up and say, you know, I apologize. Because I'll never tell nobody I'm sorry. I ain't sorry for nothing. You'll never get it. I'm not a sorry person. I will apologize for anything and any differences, but I have to correct that. I was sorry about the stupid things that I did as my mind state was in that state of unawareness. I did dumb things. I acted out foolishly. I might have corrupted some people's and hurt them, but I apologize for that now. I'm better than that. I'm better for it. The mistakes I made is just that, mistakes. No more habits.
Okay, so self integrity, corrective actions, effective communication with added attractions of apologizing. And I'm going to add forgiveness in that
Got it written
because
down.
you have to forgive. You have to forgive because if you do not forgive, baby, you is gonna have a hard time when you going it through it. Yes. I when I tell y'all I am admiring the conversation that is coming up out of y'all tonight. I'm so glad I'm asking y'all some thought provoking questions because I'm hitting y'all guts right now. Like y'all really pouring it on real thick here. So I'm super proud of y'all tonight. Yes. So, expressions of love. Love is patient, love is kind, love is compromise, love is trust. Um, and
First
not to be
Corinthians.
of external stimulus, right? Not to be of external stimulus, but to be of within, to identify yourself to loving you first, right? Um, what your desires are, the desires of love and how far you want to take it. But you know what? There's goals with love too. And that's part of the growth and development of love. That's how you get from the like part to getting into each other through effective communication by being honest with yourself and the person that you like, right? You're being honest with them and don't take it from the point of, I don't want to hurt their feelings. So you start not telling the truth. Because that part is very crucial when you start to cross the line, because just like King James says, when you make constant assessments to always make sure that you're on the same page, to make sure your ice cream and whipped cream is smooth together, right? When y'all communicate that thing, to always check in, and we had that conversation, to check in with one another, to always make sure that you're okay, because that's how you can identify that something is going wrong, that you wake up one day and your feelings may not be the same anymore. But do you really discuss that part? And that's where it gets crucial. Do you discuss how your feelings start changing? Do you discuss when your antennas are going up? Do you discuss when you get suspect about something? Because that be within yourself, or you just watching behaviors around you change.
The silent
So it's like,
conversation.
yes. So let's talk about these behaviors that's going on around me, that before you insult my intelligence, I'm letting you know that I feel this. I'm letting you know I am watching this, and because I'm watching this, is creating emotions in my spirit that is triggering my mind to not trust, right? That's triggering my mind to say, okay, let's see what's going on here. Like, we need another assessment. And when you have that assessment, it's crucial that both parties be extremely honest, to not sit there with the fake mask and go, well, I don't want to hurt the other one's feelings, because it's important not to waste any more of either one of your time. Life is precious. You only have one life, right? So in that process, don't waste years tiptoeing around what you already feel of what you see is not working. And if, because with communication, if both parties do not want to participate, one is being verbal and one is being non-verbal, they have the gestures like yeah, that's not communication. That's devaluing someone's feelings. That's not, that's making someone feel useless and worthless, like they're not enough. And again, it plays a huge weight on your mental with that piece of nonverbal communication. Then it's the mental anguish of it all and the strain, because one party is suffering while the other party is playing games with the emotions of the other. And neither one may be strong enough or courageous enough or honest enough to say, okay, let's have an assessment. Let this assessment work out. So um, the assessments are key. They're important, extremely important to constantly meet at the middle. And you can have these assessments on simple by being creative in a relationship. It doesn't have to be something stressful. Y'all can y'all can play a game with it. Y'all can go out on a date with it, or go on a picnic, but do something of quality to add to the relationship, to develop a creative way of communicating with each other. And that brings upon the growth and development, and it increases the feelings of love. So I just want to thank y'all. Y'all was so amazing, and I want to give y'all final words. Y'all got final words? Who want to go first with the final words?
Well,
King James, you
yeah.
want to go first with the final words?
Yes, I just want to, like I say, honesty, patience, forgiveness, compromise, uh, and the male ego. As we were talking tonight, we didn't get into that because that is a dangerous entity. That male ego, and like you said, a lot of times we won't open up because of the ego, because then we feel vulnerable. But if I can't
Mm-hmm.
trust you, I can't love you.
Hmm. That part.
Yes.
That part. Who's next? Father Wise, you next? What's your final words?
My
Yeah, that
final
part.
words. My final words. If you ain't gonna be in it, don't be in it. Be out. Don't fake the funk. Don't fake the funk. Keep it moving. If you're not willing to put in the same amount of energy that person is giving you, and fellas, that goes for fellas and for the ladies. And fellas, we gotta stop ignoring those red flags. When that stuff pop up and you speak on it and it constantly keeps popping up or whatever, it's time to go. Men get tired too of loving the wrong woman. You know what I'm saying? So that's it.
Okay. King Herman?
We just gonna end it with this right here. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to loving somebody, yeah, Father Wise said it best. Just hmm, let's go all the way into this, being safe, removing the mask, and stop sending your representative. And if you've been hurt, say something.
Say
Say
something.
something. Say something.
That part.
Uh,
King
okay,
King
all you,
KY?
baby.
Man, I'm laughing at DJ Wiz kid over there just getting it in. Before I
He ain't
say,
picking
before
the right songs.
I ask again, for your prayers and words of love and comfort for my nephew who was involved in a car accident and stuff. So I'm about to go
Okay.
on him.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, yeah.
What was you
Yeah.
gonna call me to tell
He
me?
posted it in the group.
That-
Because he
Oh,
posted it in the group.
yeah.
oh, Facebook
Um,
jail.
But prayers definitely to your nephew.
yeah. And love, just love yourself.
Love is.
See it unfold. When you find that love in your heart, in yourself, it'll show. It'll show. And don't be afraid to take those righteous steps. Because when you take steps that are wrong, what you're supposed to do, learn from it. When you learn from it, you move on and you keep going. Because if you find yourself coming towards them same steps in the same manner, you should know what to do. to walk away from it or go around it and move it out because you are your only obstacle in life when it comes to love and be love. Peace.
Thank you, sir. So tonight we had an awesome conversation about love. What is love? And what are the ingredients of love? So they talked about respect, honesty, trust, faithfulness, loyalty, respect, self integrity, communication, compromise, um, growth, and just being in touch with yourself to love yourself first. Always remember to love yourself first. If you do not love yourself first, it is impossible to love someone else wholeheartedly. You cannot give one 100% of you if you're not even giving 100% to yourself. How dare you show up with the expectation to want somebody to love you when you're not being honest about loving yourself? You're not being honest, being committed to yourself. How are you going to commit to a loving relationship to someone else? And stop looking at the physical first. Because just like all the king said, the external stimulus that comes up first, you're skipping the most the best ingredient, which is what's on the inside. Because you can dress the outside up, but the inside could be so broken that you'll never see it because you're too busy looking at the outside. So watch for the red flags, watch for the signs. Pay attention to the imposters, pay attention to the representatives that are showing up with the drip. Love you first. It ends and begins with you. And then you can take it a step further to love someone else. And when you do, take time out to learn who each other is. Love one another for what's on the inside. See the value in a person. See that they are worthy. Build yourself up so the other person can see who you are. Lead each other. Don't make it a hurt people situation. It'll never pan out. And once again, stay connected by constantly making assessments. Baby, are we good? Let's talk about it. But be creative with communication. So talking about feelings and emotions are not so stressful. It's not about being stressed out because you want to be with someone. You want to be with someone because you simply love them. And love should not hurt. So thank you so much for coming in tonight. I'm super excited. My name is Ilyasa Simpson, aka Minister Charge, aka Coach Illy. And tonight we talked about love. So I just want to remind everyone to like our Facebook page, The Charge Room, follow us on Instagram, The Charge Room, and subscribe to our YouTube page, The Charge Room Inc. I also want to remind everybody on Sunday, hop yourself onto iHeartRadio at 12:30 every Sunday to listen to me, Ilyasa Simpson, Coach Illy, Minister Charge, on the Charge Room Show at 12:30 every Sunday, iHeartRadio. So yes, that will be the iHeartRadio station the national station that has over 15 million listeners. The Charge Room Show will be on deck every Sunday at 12:30. Don't forget to purchase my book on Amazon and then purchase my other book, I Am a Woman Empowered, on Amazon. And if you want autographed copies, don't forget to hit me up for either one because I have inventory. I will send you an autographed copy straight to you, or I will deliver it if you live locally. So, yes, it's all about growing and development, keeping it going. God has given me a gift and I am sharing it. It's about the men tonight. So, every Thursday, come on here at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it's about the men. And don't forget, Wednesdays is all about queens. Queens must wear crowns every Wednesday at 7 p.m. And we stream on Facebook and we stream on YouTube. Because remember, we have a YouTube channel. You can watch every missing episode that you miss. So subscribe to us and get a notification every time that we are on. And we will see you again next week. Have a great weekend. And next week is going to happen quickly. Have a great, great night.